So today we're going to be talking NCLEX and my experience with the exam. So the NCLEX is the licensing exam we need to take once we graduate nursing school in order to become a licensed practicing nurse. It's a 265 question test. With this license, we're entitled to practice in the state that we take the exam in. So I want to start off by telling you guys, this exam will not determine the type of nurse you're going to become. It's merely an exam to test whether or not you're ready to become practicing as a nurse, and by no means will it determine how well of a nurse you're going to be or what type of experiences you're going to have. I graduated December 18, 2014, and my exam date, I scheduled it for February 4th. That was roughly about a month and a half to study. Now, at the time, I had a job that gave me holiday hours, so as soon as graduation ended, of course, I started working. I had a family in town as well, so it wasn't necessarily the best environment to start studying in. So what I did is I took some time off, worked, spent time with family, and once the new year passed, I started studying. So what did I study? I used the Kaplan course that was offered through my school, basically teaching you the decision tree on how to analyze clues from the question that'll help you deduce an answer. That method shows you how to answer the question even if you have no idea about what it's talking about. I did the online section of it, so that was 1 week seminar of signing online. There was a virtual instructor there who would talk to us, the students, and then go over the decision tree and go over practice questions with us, and we were able to ask them questions in the live chat. Of course, we got to connect with other students and keep in contact and just ask each other certain questions. Along with that online portion was question trainers, which is a bunch of practice questions that's offered online as well. They also send you a content review book, which is aimed to help review everything about nursing. So for Kaplan, I mainly used it to learn the decision tree, how to decipher and answer the questions. I didn't focus too much on the content review from Kaplan, as I didn't like the book too much personally, or the online videos. They also offer online content review videos, which is kind of like a PowerPoint video type thing going through content review. So I went ahead and tried something else in addition to Kaplan. I used the Saunders review. That was a content review book along with the CD. So that one you would pop in your computer and it would actually do practice questions. It was divided up into a systems review. So they had cardio, neuro, pediatrics, labor and delivery, medications. Decision tree from Kaplan along with the Saunders book I thought was sufficient enough. I chose to schedule the exam at 2 p.m. and I ended up taking up all 265 questions. I didn't feel too confident about the exam. I walked out of there not too good, and unfortunately I didn't pass the first time around. So what to do if you don't pass the NCLEX the first time around? As mentioned in the beginning of the video, this test doesn't determine the type of nurse you're gonna be. So my first advice, do not let this get you down. Please don't let this bring you down and think that you're not gonna be a good nurse or that you're never gonna pass this exam. Well, here's what I did. I took 2 days off. I didn't do anything. I didn't look at any review sessions. I didn't bother to do anything. I went out to the beach, just hung out with family. I didn't do anything related to studying. After those 2 days, I looked into the whole scheduling the next exam. There's a grace period that you must wait until you can schedule the next time around. So after looking into that, I ended up scheduling it for March 31st. So that's a little bit longer time period. So February 4th to March 31st, almost about 2 months to study. I've already got 1 month down from the first time around. Give me 2 additional months, I should be okay to practice. This time around I decided to do what was Hearst review. My friend let me borrow the computer for a couple days to listen to the MP3 files. These MP3s are divided into 1 hour sessions. So I would listen to it in the morning, again at lunch, again at night, and second and third time listening to them, I was able to voice out and really think about what the professor was talking about and really talking it out to myself and really getting the pathophysiology down of everything. And so I really feel that that served as a great content review, so I recommend Hearst for you guys. So I also use the book for prioritization and delegation. That's a big part of nursing, and it's also a big part of the NCLEX. That was a rental book that my friend let me borrow. She got it off Amazon. March 31st came, I ended up scheduling the exam at 8 in the morning this time. So scheduling it later in the day, yeah, you have more time to review, you have breakfast, you probably have lunch before you go into the exam, but then it's more hours in the day awake. And so for me, I felt a little, not tired, but you get that midday kind of feeling of grogginess, kind of tired, not really, but I felt that definitely for the first exam. Second time around I decided to do it at 8 a.m. and so allowed me to wake up, eat, and go straight to the exam and be more focused than I was the first time around. So this time around I took about 100 and something questions and I passed the NCLEX. Passed the NCLEX, it was the greatest feeling. I felt much more confident the second time around. So in a recap, I used Kaplan, I used Saunders, and I used Hearst. A lot of the books I borrowed. Make use of your friends, and if you can borrow them, definitely do so. Allowing yourself extra time to study, kind of relearning nursing school all over. It kind of touches the fine details, but it's also a general overview of nursing. So it is a challenge, it is a task to kind of review all of nursing school in a nutshell in a couple months. Again, if you don't pass the exam the first time, it's not the end of everything. Please maintain your confidence and please know that you're going to be a great nurse, that you're going to become a registered nurse, you're going to become licensed, and you're going to practice. Hope you enjoyed this. Take a couple of my tips. Excited for you guys if you're about to graduate from nursing school, you're barely starting out, or maybe you already graduated and you're studying for the NCLEX now and you're watching this video. I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on my next video.